What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and ladies? I got a bunch of sugar honey iced tea on this Monday. Draymond Green got to be the dumbest person in the NBA. Second to him is Steve Kerr, Doc Rivers, just ignorant. Don Lemon is finally out of jail and he can't keep his mouth shut. And before we talk about any of that, we got to talk about these leftist nut jobs at the Grammys. Welcome to the Officer Tatum Show.
If you don't believe that we are in a fight today, you're sleeping under a rock. If you get hit and you lay down and you cry and you fold up in the corner, definitely you will not win the fight. We show up to win. Our culture needs a lot of you young people in here to step up and stand out. There is nothing or no principality, power, division, devil can stop us when we're united. They can only get you when you're divided. When I see the American flag, I see us progressing to something that can be awesome and great. And if you don't plan on winning things, you might as well go on today.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Happy Monday. I was waiting all weekend to get a chance to talk to you guys about all this crazy stuff that's been going on. Before I get to all of the topics that we're going to discuss, and Draymond is probably the one that I despise the most, but we're going to start with the Grammys. I want to make sure that you guys are aware that I have a podcast, The Officer Tatum Show, on all podcast networks or all podcast channels. Also on social media, if you'd like to follow me on TikTok and all that other stuff, you can go to The Officer Tatum. Just put in the search The Officer Tatum. If you'd like to read the things that I talk about, some of the videos that I make, I have a written version of it on Substack. So go to Substack, put in The Officer Tatum on Substack. I want to promote two things real quick, and then we're going to get into this. And this gives enough time for y'all to get in here and hit the like button, so we can get rolling. All right, the first thing I want to let you guys know about is Verdict. We're waiting for the update now. It appears that we've sold out a Verdict, but we might just have a few left. And when I say a few, probably like 10. So we've sold out a Verdict. If you get on and you see the pre-order, we will have a date at the bottom where it tells you when our pre-order will be fulfilled and you will have it delivered. Shout out to everybody that got Verdict. It's thousands of you guys that have gotten Verdict. And if you got it, you like it, leave a review. If you don't like it, just throw it away. No, just play. All right, let's go to Tatum's store real quick. Hold off on the screen. Let me switch it over. I want to go to Tatum's store real quick. I want to show you my wife's favorite design of all time, and that is Deport Liberal White Women. I literally wanted to wear this to the Open here in Phoenix, but we have to get me my version of it first. But if you want cool merch, all you have to do is go to tatumstore.com, tatumstore.com, get one of these shirts or hoodies. Put in ICE26, get 26% off the entire store, ICE26. All right, man, let's get to the topic at hand. Let's get to the Grammys. Now, this is an old clip, the first clip we're going to play. What is his last name?
Gervais.
All right, I almost said that wrong and looked like a fool. All right, Ricky Gervais, this is what he said, and I swear they should play this at the Grammys before every opening Grammy. They should just play this straight up. Roll the clip.
So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and off, okay?
For some reason, they don't listen to that good advice, but they went on to say some of the stupidest things, and I'm going to play some of the highlights or the people that you probably are most familiar with. Bad Bunny is one. Billie Eilish is one. There's a few other idiots on here. Don Lemon was there. Trevor Noah, who's a complete stewhead. SZA, which I love SZA, but they can't think. Maybe all that money messed their mind up and they can't think. I don't know how these rich people are so stupid. Okay, but I'm going to save the best person for the end. I think that one person out of all of them, and y'all know who it is, last name Roll, has something reasonable to say. But let's start with Bad Bunny, which you got to be, let me let it go. Roll the clip.
We're not savage, we're not animals, we're not aliens, we are humans, and we are Americans.
You're also illegal aliens.
Also,
People
I want to say to the people, I know it's tough to know, not to hate on these days. And I was thinking, sometime we get contaminados. I don't know how to say that in English. The hate get more powerful with more hate. The only thing that is more powerful than hate is love. So, please, we need to be different. If we fight, we have to do it with love. We don't hate them. We love our people, we love our family, and that's the way to do it, with love. Don't forget that, please. Thank you.
Now, I want y'all to put this in perspective. These people are worth hundreds of millions of dollars. They never gonna march nowhere. You ain't gonna never catch them at the Border Patrol facility coming to visit people. They're not gonna donate no money. They're not finna do nothing. They literally are standing there at the Grammys with an award, and they're gonna get on after they finish partying and with baby all and all kind of other freaky stuff they're gonna do after this. They're gonna get on a private jet and they're gonna go home to their mansion that's nowhere near illegal aliens, nowhere near Mexicans or whoever else they're advocating for. Nowhere near. Billie Eilish don't live nowhere near you Mexicans. Nowhere. Where does she live? You can't come to her house. Go ahead and, when ICE is chasing you, go up to Hollywood Hills in that $40 million mansion that Billie Eilish probably have and see if she let you in. You know where they ain't gonna let you in their house. Come on. Put Billie Eilish on there real quick before I let her speak. I put this on everything. With the amount of people that I'm gonna show you, and somebody need to do the math. Grant, can you do the math for me? We're gonna calculate the net worth of every celebrity that's running their mouth. All of their net worth, they can put something together, a facility, a program to help these people, and they ain't gonna do it. Billie Eilish, roll it.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
And yeah, it's just really hard to know what to say and what to do right now. And I feel really hopeful in this room, and I feel like we just need to keep fighting and speaking up and protesting, and our voices really do matter, and the people matter. And I say sorry.
What did she say?
Thank
Did she cuss? She said F ICE? I knew she did. I ain't even have to hear that broad to know that's what she said. No one is illegal on stolen land. Bruh, let's go down that path if you want to go down that path. Well, therefore, you can't buy, your land ain't your land on stolen land. So that house you bought ain't yours on stolen land. And so therefore, when somebody come into your house and they want to lay in your bed, they ain't illegally in your house on stolen land. What are you saying? What are you saying? Look at Billie Eilish's $5 million Malibu house. And I swear this is probably one of many of her houses because she's richer than a dog. Therefore, Billie, this ain't your house on stolen land. And all the illegal aliens, you can play the clip with no music. All the illegal aliens, I want you to peacefully walk over to Billie Eilish's house and ask her, can you have access to the beach through her house? Because it's on stolen land, so it ain't her house anyway, right? What are y'all talking about? Do people not know history? We fought to acquire majority of this land. What land is stolen? But the funny thing is, no other country has to live by these rules. If you ask them, can I just go? Well, we should be able to just go into Mexico, right? We shouldn't have to go through the border because they on stolen land. Oh, they not on stolen land, but we are. Play the clip.
Big news, everybody. I've decided today to move into Billie Eilish's $6 million Malibu beachside mansion. She announced today at the Grammys that no human being is illegal on stolen land.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
So I'm going to be making the trip to America. I'm packing my bags right away, and I'm looking forward to just taking possession of her $6 million Malibu mansion. No human being is illegal. So I want to thank everybody who's believed in me on this journey. I really can't wait to move in. It's now my house. I want to thank Billie Eilish as well for her generosity. Thank you so much.
That's how silly these people sound. Roll the clip.
I really wanted to say fuck ICE, but I think they needed some couth on the carpet or something. I'm a little couthless, ruthless. But I think everybody, we're too powerful of a group to all be in the room at the same time and not make some kind of statement in our country. So yeah, it's brainless to me. What I want to make sure that I say is that everybody is so powerful in this room and in this room later. And together we're stronger in numbers to speak against all the injustice going on in the world right now. Yeah. So instead of letting it be just a couple few here and there, I hope everybody's inspired to join together as a community of artists and speak out against what's going on. And I'm gonna leave this and say, fuck ICE.
All right. Next time, we got to make sure we edit the cuss word. I don't like the cuss words. But mind you, did anybody get on stage and say anything about people dying from fentanyl overdoses in our country due to illegal immigration or open border? Did anybody, any of these Negroes, talk about young black people that have been killed just this weekend in any city in America? I don't understand. Y'all so bent out of shape. It's crazy to me. SZA. I used to like you, SZA. Please don't say nothing stupid. Please. Look like you gained a little weight there, but don't say nothing stupid, SZA. I love you. I'm still going to probably listen to some of your songs because they fire, though. But please don't say nothing stupid. Roll the clip.
What I wanted to say is, please don't fall into despair. I
Hold
know
on,
that.
SZA. Pause. SZA. Have you ever heard of a bra? SZA. Like, ain't you somebody's wife? How you got your chichis out like that? And you want to talk about some morality? Is she gonna talk about God? Grant, is she gonna talk about? She finna say God with her breasts hanging out like that. You can at least cover the breasts up when you talk about God. Why do these people, like the world is crazy. Go run the clip back because I talked over it. Roll it.
What I wanted to say is, please don't fall into despair. I know that right now is a scary time. I know the algorithms tell us that it's so scary and all is lost. There's been world wars, there's been plagues, and we have gone on. We can go on. We need each other. We need to trust each other and trust ourselves, trust your heart. We're not governed by the government, we're governed by God, and I thank you so much. So God bless you, that's all I wanted to say.
That's right.
What God? I don't know which one y'all talking about. What God? Someone Muhammad or somebody? Because, girl, them breasticles is out there for the world to see. Now, Trevor Noah, who's the corniest guy on the internet, I don't know how to even get famous. This dude is so corny. Let's see what Trevor had to say. Right.
Song of the Year. Congratulations, Billie Eilish. Wow. That is a Grammy that every artist wants, almost as much as Trump wants Greenland. Which makes sense. I mean, because Epstein's island is gone, he needs a new one to hang out with Bill Clinton. So, oh, I told you it's my last year. What are you going to do about it?
It's supposed to be a joke? Oh, I forgot. I don't got the sign and tell me to laugh at him. All right, I think you got another one. Play the other one. Hating on Nicki Minaj is really...
John Legend, Billie Eilish, Phineas. Nicki Minaj is not here. She is not here. She is...
You see John Legend wife over there? Is that John Legend wife? No, that's not John Legend wife. That's somebody else, right? Who's that hamburger heifer right there that's next to Noah that stuck a thumb up?
That's Chrissy Teigen.
Chrissy
that is
Teigen.
John Legend's wife.
Chrissy
correct.
Teigen. The dirtiest broad in the game. If you want to know a woman you should never marry, it's Chrissy Teigen. She a dirty, nasty broad. And I tell her, the world need to know. So all this virtue signaling of, Nicki Minaj. Girl, you are a terrible woman. pushing abortion and everything. Terrible, dirty, fraud. You should be ashamed of yourself. All right, keep going.
She is still at the White House with Donald Trump discussing very important issues. Actually, Nikki, I have the biggest ass. I have it. Everybody's saying it, Nikki. I know they say it's you, but it's me. Wop, wop, wop. Look at it. Look at it, baby. Jennifer Hudson is in the house.
Oh, I didn't get the memo to laugh. Okay, I think this is Donald Trump. What did he say? The Grammy Awards was the worst, virtually unwatchable. CBS is lucky to not have this garbage. Somebody got to read it. It's too small.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I got it. The Grammy Awards are the worst, virtually unwatchable. CBS is lucky not to have this garbage litter their airwaves any longer. The host, Trevor Noah, whoever he may be, is almost as bad as Jimmy Kimmel at the low ratings Academy Awards. Noah said incorrectly about me that Donald Trump and Bill Clinton spent time on Epstein Island. Wrong. I can't speak for Bill, but I have never been to Epstein Island nor anywhere close. And until tonight's false and defamatory statement, have never been accused of being there, not even by fake news media. Noah, a total loser, better get his facts straight and get them straight fast. It looks like I'll be sending my lawyers to sue this poor, pathetic, talentless dope of an MC and suing him for plenty $. Ask little George Slopadopoulos and others how that all worked out. Also ask CBS, get Noah, I'm going to have some fun with you. President DJT.
I mean, I think it's, I'm not the type of person that just want to sue people and sue and sue and sue. I'm not that type of person. But, like, bro, you can't be – there's a difference between joking about something that's a joke and making a serious accusation against somebody. Now, we finally had somebody there with some common sense. A lot of people like this gentleman. I met him one time. I just shook his hand. What's up? He was a lot bigger than what he is now. But I was told that he made a better statement in comparison to all these other people.
I can tell you that people shouldn't care to hear my opinion, man. I'm a dumb redneck. I haven't watched enough. I didn't have a phone for 18 months. I've had one for 4 months and don't have social media. I hate to be the artist that's that aloof, but I've become so disconnected from what's happening, and I'm just not I grew up in a house of like insane pandemonium and like I didn't even know politics were fucking real until I was in my mid-20s in jail. Like, that's how disconnected. When you grow up in a drug addict household, you think we like have common calls about what's happening in world politics? Like, we're just trying to find a way to survive, man, And I have a lot to say about it, and I'm going to in the next week, and everybody's going to hear exactly what I have to say about it in the most loud and clear way I've ever spoken in my life. So I look forward to it. Thank you for bringing it up.
I'll say this. I'll never be famous like these people because I'm not manageable, I would argue. Like, maybe I am manageable. If I was making $100 million and people tell me don't say nothing about politics, maybe I wouldn't, at least not at the Grammys. But what you won't do is force me to say something I don't believe, right? If I'm under contract and I agreed to something and they're like, hey, man, you can't say this, man, it's going to mess up your, you got to deal with this and this and this, don't say nothing about it. Just maybe I'll do that. But what you won't do is get me to lie and take a position that's foolish. I think it's better for these celebrities to stick with their craft. You should just stick with talk about your acting, or talk about your music, talk about what inspires you as far as your creativity. Stop getting political, in my opinion. Now, you can do whatever you want, but I'm just saying it's a turnoff, in my opinion. But you can't get me to jump on the bandwagon of these activist group stuff, and you can't get me to be a coward and be like, I'm not going to say nothing, but then I'm going to say something. It's like, nah, bro, I'm going to say what I feel like saying. If you don't like what I say, then you don't like me, and that's okay. All right, let's go to the last of the Mohicans. I don't know if that's even a good analogy. That just came to my mind. Let's go to the last of what went on at the Grammys, and this would be a great segue into our next segment about Don Lemon. Roll the clip. Look at what they did with Don Lemon, standing ovation.
Don Lemon.
only like you if you're a gay, black, liberal. If you gay, black, and you conservative, they ain't gonna do for you. If you a black man and conservative, they ain't gonna do nothing for you. You gotta fall in their thing. You can't be just gay. You gotta be gay and liberal. And then they love to see a gay liberal man with the other man on his back. I think the man behind him right now. Bro, can you stand to the side? You gotta be behind this man at home and in public. All right. Come on, listen to his press conference.
So look, I want to thank everybody for their support. It truly means the world to me. I had no idea what's going on because obviously I haven't seen anything. I have spent my entire career covering the news.
Reading the teleprompter.
I will not stop now. In fact, there is no more important time than right now, this very moment, for a free and independent media that shines a light on the truth and holds those in power accountable. Again, I will not stop now. I will not stop ever. Last night, the DOJ sent a team of federal agents to arrest me in the middle of the night for something that I'd been doing for the last 30 years, and that is covering the news. The First Amendment of the Constitution protects that work for me and for countless of other journalists who do what I do. I stand with all of them, and I will not be silenced. I look forward to my day in court. Thank you all.
Why is he reading that though? Like, bro, like I talk for a living. That little 30-second speech, that's memorized, or that's from the heart. And then he's reading it like he just saw it for the first time. You know what I'm saying? This guy was on television forever reading teleprompters. And he's reading that like me. And I'm sure he can read better than me. Okay. Put Don Lemon Juice on there. This is his explanation of his arrest on his podcast, which is weird to me. Why is he reading that piece of paper like that? Roll the clip.
I've heard that my former colleagues at CNN all came out pretty unanimously, pretty strongly to support me. I understand. I believe that CNN released a statement. I've heard that CNN released a statement. Thank you very much. I have no animus for CNN. I have no animus for anyone, but I tell the truth as about what I see. And I think it's time for all journalists to stand up for each other. So I appreciate that. And look, at CNN, I worked with the best journalists in the world. So I wish them nothing but the best. But I believe those journalists as well need to stand up to the corporation. They need to tell Warner Brothers Discovery, stop playing and get your hands out of the newsroom. CBS needs to tell Paramount and David Ellison and whatever, get out of our newsroom. Get out of our journalism. Barry Weiss, take your hands off of it. Let the journalists be the journalists. All of them. That goes for every single corporate entity that owns a journalistic organization. Let the journalists be the journalists because they're going to save our democracy if you just let them do it. The way to stand up to a bully, to a tyrant, is not to bend the knee. It's not to acquiesce. It is to metaphorically punch them right in the nose. And you need to introduce not only Donald Trump and the folks who work for him and his administration, but the corporate overlords and the gatekeepers. You need to introduce them to the word no. All the journalists, they cannot fire you. We were always taught when I worked in corporate media that the news is a star. That's bullshit. If the news was a star, everybody would have the same ratings. And everybody doesn't have the same ratings. The journalists are the stars. The people who are delivering the news, those are the stars. And the people who do it well, do well, they get the ratings and they get the respect. So it is, and actually having come from that, now I understand that what my star quality is, that is being honest and authentic and telling the truth. And I think that's...
You know what's bizarre about this is that these people in corporate America, they literally read a teleprompter. They literally have script writers. They literally have people that write their whole set. They literally have people that book guests for them. They literally have researchers and everything at a prolific level. Why are you acting as if you're the star and it's because of me? And you know that you're reading some document that somebody helped prepare for you every day. You got to give your script writer some credit. You got to give your producer some credit. Like, what are you saying? Like, the topics and everything that you come up with on a day-to-day basis, and you so arrogant to try to push it over and say, no, the journalists are the stars. No, you're not. You did not invest in the company to help you be on the airways. That company took a chance and is holding the burden of financial responsibility to give you a platform. So it is a joint mutual coming together of groups of people to make that happen. What are you saying? Somebody that's an independent person like myself may have more of a say to say, yeah, it's me. But I got guys in there. I'm not switching these cameras. Back in the day, I used to do all that stuff. I'm not switching no cameras. I'm not putting this together. Now, of course, this come from my mind, and we go over this stuff, but I got people researching for me. I got people reading the thing for me. I got people editing my videos. What an arrogant POS. And this is the reason why I don't respect people like Don Lemon. Keep it real, man. Quit lying to these people. That's why you're reading your heartfelt message in your press conference off a piece of paper that somebody else wrote because you couldn't even read it right. All right, let's get off Don Lemon, no pun intended. Let's see, Charlemagne the Fraud. Let's go to Charlemagne the Fraud. Look at this dummy. This dude just take L's every day of the week. Roll the clip.
I hope y'all know that none of this is normal. We are under a full authoritarian regime at this point. When you see journalists, being arrested for doing their jobs, when you see, the unconstitutional things that ICE agents are doing, we're just under full authoritarian regime.
Yeah.
I just need you to know that. And the only way to prevent this from fully taking over is to resist on all levels.
Absolutely.
He can't tell you where there's a constitutional violation. If I was on this show, I'd say, where is this a violation in the Constitution of the United States of America? Where is this a violation of the law? We ain't even talk about the Constitution. We have immigration laws that gives ICE agents authority to enforce immigration laws at the border, the Border Patrol and ICE, at the border and also in the interior of the United States of America by law. That's why no other city or state has a problem with nothing the ICE is doing. It's just the liberal ones that want to be sanctuary cities. There's people that get arrested falsely all the time. It happens. The question is it malicious or is it done in good faith and it's an accident? I've arrested at least maybe 2 people in my career that I had all the evidence to prove that they did it, and then the further research realized that, well, maybe they didn't do it. And I told you guys this story before. I'm not going to go over it right now, but it was a guy, we were writing his felony interim out until a thing popped up on the phone that we had in our possession that exonerated him. On the craziest story known to man. Nobody would believe this kid. It was no reason to believe him. He would have went to jail totally fine. We had probable cause to believe that he did it. We had witnesses. We had the registered owner of the vehicle all corroborate that he was the one that did it. But because of good police work from yours truly, I was able to see through it and say, maybe, just maybe, his story actually lines up and all these people conspired against him. All right, let's go to Jamil Hill. That dumb waste of melanin. Roll the clip.
We need to remind ourselves of the racial element of this. There is a reason why I think Donald Trump not only picked independent journalists, but black journalists in particular. Clearly, we know there's no love lost between Don Lemon and Donald Trump, that he's been very critical of the president. The president they've gone back and forth. But if we go back and undo all the layers of all of this, it was black journalists that were really at the forefront of calling Donald Trump out, from the birtherism movement throughout a lot of the things that they saw early before the rest of the press really picked up on some of the things that concerned a lot of black journalists. Hello, me, who also called out Donald Trump in 2017. And the reason why I think he picked these particular journalists is being independent. You don't have the backing of a CNN. You don't have the backing of a big network. The other part of it, too, is that if you can make them the face of this issue that is happening in Minneapolis, we know that given some of the racial issues that we have in this country, it is likely to have a lot less sympathy because they are journalists, one, and people hate the press, and two, because they're black. And so I do think that that's an important part of this, especially given the president's own language when it comes to anti-DEI and making black people the face of woke and all that we've heard from this administration. All of this is combined together and meant to drum up a certain sentiment against these journalists so that people are supporting their own rights being eroded because of who they think it's happening to. Even if
they'll never have me on this show. They should let me fill in for Scott Jennings when he's out. Do you know how crazy that is? They need a black man to fill in because when black people say stupid stuff like that on TV, I'm the perfect person to call them out. Don't try to pull that race stuff on us. Black journalists are the one. CNN work for, Don Lemon worked for CNN. What are y'all talking about? Black journalists don't have the backing of CNN. You are on CNN as a paid contributor. What exactly are you referring to? What black journalist is she talking about? That's not in the mainstream. What black liberal journalist do you know that's online right now? What do you say? Name one. Oh, they targeted black people. No, Don Lemon was the one that recorded himself in the church harassing the pastor. What are you saying? Anyway, speaking of dumb melanated people, let's go to Draymond Green. Can somebody help me with this? And I need your prayers, okay? I need you to pray to help me identify why this dude is so silly and other black people who are successful. Draymond, what? You've been in the league for like 15 years. I don't know how long Draymond been in the league. He's been in the league a long time. He got gray hair in his beard. Draymond, you've been in the league forever, bro. You're one of the highest paid players in the league. I think that Draymond would probably be in the Hall of Fame if he well, no, he won't, because he do too much. This dude is the most technical foul guy on planet Earth. I didn't see Draymond punch people in the court. Draymond's character his aggressiveness is beyond Hall of Fame material, in my opinion. But Draymond, you've been in this league, making money forever, and these refs been white. Almost all the prominent players in the league are black. But somehow the white man is coming after you. Not LeBron, not KD, not none of these other people. You. The white man wants you, Draymond. Why do young black people think like this? Roll the clip.
I will tell you, though, I find it very ironic that I got a technical foul for telling a Caucasian referee not to put his hand in my face. As a black man in America, don't put your hand in my face. And I said, hey, don't put your hand in my face, and I got a tech. So I thought that was the most interesting thing of the night.
Did he try to explain himself?
He said, Draymond, this is your chance to stop talking to me, bro. Don't put your hand in my face. Oh, tech. Oh, okay. So, everybody want to talk about holding the line of respect. That line need to be held both ways, so.
Are you done, bro?
If the line won't be held both ways, then the line won't be held from my way either, because we all men.
Right.
And we all can make decisions and choices, so. Let that be the last time that happened.
Internalize what you just heard Draymond say. He acted as if this man that ran up, Caucasian man, ran up and put his hands in his face. Is that what y'all heard? That he mad because the Caucasian man said, he told to the Caucasian rep, don't you put your hand in my face. And he claimed he got a technical because of that. We got the footage. We got a whole, now y'all know Draymond, y'all watch him playing the game. He be out there mouthing off and doing all this. Watch the footage and you tell me if this is about race or Draymond's behavior. Roll the clip. He's mouthing off. He called him a cuss word right there.
Green felt like his arm was held by Isaiah Stewart. Steve Kerr challenges it, and he was correct. It's a successful challenge for Golden State.
Look how he's talking to their ref.
Proximate to the play. And
it's done. It's over. Time out. It's over. Right? It's over. They got it. That's what happens. They get a little mouthy. It's over. No, but Draymond didn't stop. Roll it.
Challenge for the Warriors. They have possession. Foul called on Stewart a second, but in the midst of this, Draymond ends up picking up his 10th technical of the season, now tied with Isaiah Stewart for the third most in the league.
Well, it takes him for a while, and then he's had enough, and then he gets a...
This is the he put his hand in my face. And I told a Caucasian ref, don't put your hand in my face, bro. Like he was so disrespected. What planet are these brothers living on? You tell, our ancestors got beat, enslaved, and you crying today because a ref did this to you, and you all in his face. He didn't come to you. You came to him, and he said, watch out, bro. Like, I'm not going to listen to you abuse me. I'm going to throw the thing. And he threw the thing on him. Pause. All right, let's get to Steve Kerr, whom the University of Arizona do not claim. I'll officially state that. Steve Kerr had to eat crow. I wish that the other ones would eat crow, but Steve Kerr had to eat a little crow because he flat out lied. I couldn't imagine somebody, like, if I was a woman, I would never, like, it would be an embarrassment to look at your husband being such a simp on TV, being so weak and cowardice, with no spine or backbone. He can't stand on anything. They stand on virtue signaling. Roll the clip.
So going back to the situation in Minneapolis and some of the comments that were made there. So I know you had mentioned that, you know, ICE isn't rooting out violent criminals, but is instead taking 5-year-olds. Since we know that ICE has indeed arrested violent criminals, and perhaps some of those statements could be seen as misinformed or possibly divisive, what would you say to that?
You're right. I definitely misspoke, and I knew that ICE was arresting some criminals, and I think I immediately regretted it because I knew that to be the case. But my point is that they're also arresting people and detaining citizens and people who should not be being detained. And the manner in which they're doing it, as you see, is riling everybody up all over the country. And being in Minneapolis for those 4 days was incredibly emotional and powerful. And it was a very difficult time for all of us. So we, at the end of those 4 days, pretty emotional time. I misspoke, and so I apologize for the misinformation. So I hope everybody else out there who's saying stuff that's not true, please apologize too. All right, let's talk about basketball.
You did highlight that.
I addressed everything I wanted to address in Minneapolis, but I am glad you said that because that was false, what I said. And so I want to correct that for the record.
Everything you said was false. I mean, you just want to stick there because you feel comfortable backtracking that. Okay, because it's probably legal ramifications for you just flat out lying and lying on ICE. It's so crazy. People stick to the fact that they arrested or detained legal citizens. I think they, like 100 of them, out of 600,000 people. That's like a 0.0-something% chance of them arresting the wrong person. But you won't bring up the 600,000, just 100. Kristi Noem says 70% of the people that they've deported were all violent crimes. All right, play Doc Rivers. He's another idiot.
A few weeks ago, you said the shooting of Renee Good in Minnesota was, quote, a straight-up murder, and you called the broader ICE situation a, quote, travesty. Now that some time has passed, do you still stand by those words? And when you said murder, can you explain if you meant that in the legal sense or as a moral condemnation of the situation?
Both. And I don't change that at all. You know, my dad was a cop.
So?
My best friend is a cop.
So?
And he's probably more upset about it than me. I thought there's the training of ICE is horrible.
Time out. The training of ICE is horrible. How do you know? Have you ever been to the training facility? Have you ever did a ride along with ICE? Have you watched arrests that ICE have made? 600,000 people have been arrested. and only 2 people have been killed, and they haven't even been the migrants. They've been these dumb white people on the side of the road being stupid. So what's your determination that their training is bad? My daddy was a cop. My best friend is a cop. Where? At the mall? He a rental cop? Ain't no cop looking at that and saying, that's a straight up murder. What cop? Put some money on his, tell your friend to put his career on that being a straight up murder. She hit him with the car. All right, let Doc finish before I have
You all know that. And being in Minnesota where there's 130,000, I think, documented people, why not Texas where there's 1.7 million undocumented?
Time out.
I look at our league.
They're doing it in Texas. The reason you don't know because no dumb white women are out there, dumb white liberal women are out there trying to block them off in the road. And what y'all doing? Keep playing. And let me say this again. I don't know why y'all don't know that 2 + 2 is 4. For you dumb white ladies and men out there that are completely stuck on stupid and you think you're being an activist, keep playing and you're going to lose your life. This ain't a game. They're not using rubber bullets. They're going out and arresting legitimate. These dudes are Bortak and all kind of people. These people ain't playing with you. Keep taking your cell phone and laughing. You better get a sandwich, big boy. I didn't know you use real bullets. It's not a game. Keep going out there kicking license plates. Fighting them with your gun on you. Bow, 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 bow. You gone now. Is it funny now? Are you big and bold now? Just make it make sense to me. Are you talking trash now? It's not a game. You playing around, you get smoked like a brisket. What are we talking about? Y'all need to stop playing with ice. All right, next, finish the clip.
Look at the NBA. We're celebrating Pioneers Day today, right? And I look at our league and I think Elijah Wan could have been taken off the streets. But we would right now, the way brown people feel, only the brown people would be taken off the streets. And it's just not right, and it's not morally right. So I stand by my words 100%.
Are you saying that brown people in this country legally should be worried about ICE? Just want to
Yeah, we all should be. If you're walking down the street and Tom Homan, who is the head of DHS, has said that they're targeting people by their color and if they can speak the language.
Time out. I'm done with his clip, by the way. I can't take it anymore. He said all of us. Doc Rivers is a basketball coach that's worth millions of dollars. And it said the color of your skin and if you can speak the language. Doc, you speak proper English. How are you involved in this? All of us. How can a man be so ignorant? How can a man be so ignorant? Where I'm at on time. All right, I got this last, I think I'm over. Maybe we'll talk about this tomorrow. I'm put it up on the screen. Imagine telling this to your mama now. We'll talk about this tomorrow, about this IVF tragedy. And it's not the tragedy that the baby is there. It's the tragedy that these 2 people she had a baby with the DNA of 2 other people in there. They may have legal rights to this child that she just had to give birth to. That's crazy. They finna make $50, $60 million and get a baby back to the parent, probably. So they finna make some money off this. That was a kerfuffle. All right, I love you guys. Thank y'all for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate y'all getting Verdict going on Tatum Store. Make sure you subscribe at The Officer Tatum on all social media platforms. And check out Freedom Chat. If you want to communicate in a secure way, not get your stuff leaked like all these other platforms be doing, check out Freedom Chat. I'm on Freedom Chat. Larry Elder's on Freedom Chat. A few of us are on Freedom Chat. We have our channels that we post on there, exclusive things on there as well. And then also, if you just want to communicate in encrypted, you could do that on Freedom Chat. And you know it's a company that believes in your values. FreedomChat.com or message me at Brandon@FreedomChat.com. All right, love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out.
Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. I'm a proud American from my